Hey everyone, Vintage Fan Collector here, and today we have my 1992 Casablanca Delta II in textured Verdi. That's how you say that, because it's an Italian word. But anyway, I got this fan from Andrew Wu. This is one of two fans I have. The other one I've also already filmed. That's the Four Seasons in my room. Of the trade for the 1930s original, the other two are still with him. So, I have not really had a chance to install this, however, circumstances in life have given me the chance to temporarily install this in my dad's room until we sell the house. So, decided I'll do that tonight because I was bored. And just go ahead and go a little up close. I'm doing this video abnormal from what I typically do. So I decided to use these early 80s crystal shades from my 84 Zephyr. I got this K4T light kit specifically for this fan off of eBay. Came with no light kit. And the blades are the typical antique oak that's found in almost all the Verdi fans that are found. So the finishes match on the light kit, which is nice because almost every year they slightly change the Verdi finish. I think it's easier to call it Verdi because that's what everybody else called it, so I'm not going to keep calling it textured Verdi. But yeah, so it has a Samsung motor, which is fairly rare for my fans. There's the tag. Another thing that is abnormal of me is to only install it with 5 blades. That is because I don't feel like changing it right now. I will probably film the 4-blade video later on, and most of you people are tasteless and prefer 5 blades over 4 anyway, so here's what y'all like. Anyway, we'll go ahead and demonstrate the light. As per all of these K4T light kits, a lot of the light is directed down, but with the bulbs I'm using, it kind of balances it out in the shades. And the light I'm using is a 70-watt metal halide cylinder fixture with a coated lamp, so it's a little more warm white. Alright, and starting off with low and forward. This has a deathly miserable wobble on high due to about 3 of the blades being warped, but it is fine. It had a slight bearing noise initially, but it's fine now. I think there's still a tad bit of bearing noise, but it's not a big deal right now. Yeah, I can hear it. Just barely. So this will be a fan I'm going to eventually replace the bearings on. But the nice thing is this was 100% complete. So, as was the Four Seasons, which I also got from Andrew. The other 2 fans will be a Snow White Gemini and a brown, I believe, brown and brass, or brown 38-inch Old South from Fasco. I think that's what it was. I wish I had my other frosted shades. I wanted to do different shades, but I realized those are at the storage unit, and it is way past the time that I can access my stuff, so these were the second choice, because they're swirly, just like the light kit. It's medium. Huh. Now the bearings are louder, now that I'm filming a video. Whatever. I just wanted to throw this up because I really wanted to see what it looks like installed in person, not in photos, and with this light kit. And it is very nice. I actually kind of want to do an apartment install of this somewhere, but I don't know where and what it would fit decor wise, but it is very, very nice, and I do like this finish a lot more than I initially thought I would. I do think it would look better with a different set of blades, although this still looks nice. You might want to try something lighter or darker, or high gloss. But regardless, this is what it came with, and it's what I installed it with. Has a little wobble on medium as well. I think the Olympia was also having some capacitor issues because it was running a little slower than it used to. I mean, it still cranked a lot of air, but it used to be more of a beast. So I took it down also because I want to figure out what's going on with it. This thing genuinely does have a 212, not the Olympia, mind you. Genuinely does have a 212 millimeter motor in it. It's quite absurd. So it should be performing way better than it was. And I think I lost medium speed. It just had 2 highs and a low. That's another thing that was a problem. So high speed. Has a little bit of a motor whine. Due to the warped blades, it does kick the air a lot further out than most of my Casablanca fans. Similar to the Estrada, actually, because the Estrada's blades are really, really, really warped. Yet, it's perfectly balanced, which is quite impressive. Anyway, that kicks a lot more air outwards than it does down, but initially, new Casablanca blades will mostly push air downward, not nearly as much out. It's just the design of the blade itself, but when they're warped, they start to have more pitch on the ends of the blades typically, and that's where it starts to push air sideways a little more. It's just basic physics. The Four Seasons in my room also does a similar thing, but my brother's fan, the Ventura, has less warped blades, and it doesn't do that. I don't know if I'll install this for real or not, but it definitely is something that I would like to install because this is honestly one of my favorite fans of my collection. Now that I've put it up, I like it even more than I already did. Still need to hang up my rustic iron one and see what that looks like as well. And I already know what the finish looks like because of the Estrada and the craft maids I've installed that are in that finish, but still. I want to see what the Delta II itself looks like. Too bad I don't have any light kits for it. Could get a craft made light kit though, and it'd be pretty much the same. Alright, off. I don't know if I've ever actually filmed a proper video with the remote control system of the Olympia in here. I've just never had the chance. My mom was always very particular about me messing with the fan in her room. She has been for the last 6 years, so that's why it has been virtually unchanged over the years. So yeah, I mean, didn't have a chance to diagnose what was going on with the speeds or anything. She just was like, don't touch my fan. But even though it's really my fan, but you know what I mean. She just didn't like the possibility of like dirt or dust falling on the bed, I guess. Understandable. Plus, whenever you do fan installs, typically popcorn falls off, although this go around, nothing fell off the ceiling. Yeah, the bearings stop this thing fairly quick. They're on their way out, I guess, is the best way to put it. 'Cause it's not really that noisy. I mean, the noise is kind of there, but it's not, you know, the whole thing. You can't just hear that. And then, you know, it still spins pretty well, freely and you know, while it's on. But yeah, that's pretty much this fan. Sorry I went on a tangent, that's kind of normal. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm glad I finally got to hang this. It's been a long time coming for sure. And yeah, so that's my 1992 Textured Verdi Delta II. Pretty glad I have this fan. Definitely was one of my big wants for a long time. Now I just need a Panama and a San Marino. And I think those are the only fans that were made in Textured Verdi. Besides, yeah, I think those were it. Just the Panama Delta II and the San Marino. Don't think the California Zephyr was. No, it wasn't. And then Artisan was Florentine Verde. It's different. So yeah, I hope they get the other one soon. Eventually, of course. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. And I must also note, this finish is actually not textured, really. It's very, very slight. It's not like Craft Made's Navajo White or Casablanca's Rustic Iron and Textured Rust. It's not like that. It's not really textured, so they kind of misled everybody by calling it that. I think the earlier stuff actually was, but this is not. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.